Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Essie Udekwe. As always, this is Serenity with Essay. If you're joining for the first time, you're most welcome. And if you have been following for a while, you already know what we do here. Serenity with Essay is a platform that encourages a shift in our everyday way of being towards wellness of the spirit, of the soul, and of the body. So today's topic is fairly simple and straightforward, and I promise I'm not going to take more than 5 minutes of your time. I encourage you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video with me. So today I'll be talking about pushing through discomfort, and I'm going to be making reference to my New Year message. If you haven't seen that message yet, I'm going to link the link below, and I'd like to encourage you to go watch it for yourself and give me your feedback. So, what does it mean to push through discomfort? As always, I like to use my experiences as example so that somebody can perhaps learn a thing or two. So after making that video on New Year's Day, I showed it to my children so that they can give me their honest feedback. I like honesty before posting it. They watched it and said to me, "But Mom, you're not a preacher. You're a therapist. You're a well-being practitioner. And your video is heavily centered on God. What is the relationship between being a well-being practitioner and Christianity and our faith and all that? How do you think people will respond or react to your video?" I paused for a while and I said to them, "There's always a reason for something." And the reality is, I actually made a script for that message on New Year Day. But as soon as I set up the camera, it felt like everything I had prepared flew out of my head, and I found myself speaking off script. So I said to them, I am going to post it just as it is. But let me add here that wasn't necessarily coming from a place of confidence, because my children are my biggest critic. But I did say to them I would post it. Besides, the quality of the video wasn't so great. I posted it, but there was this fear lingering at the back of my ear. I say, how are people going to react to this? You're not a preacher. Why are you calling God? But let me use this opportunity to reiterate that I was first of all a Christian before I became a therapist. And I'm also a Christian counselor, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So today, I'm going to be giving you 2 key elements that supports me to push through discomfort, not only in my everyday life, but in my interpersonal relationships, in my career, in my counseling practice, and in everyday life. I have a reason, and I'm passionate about my reason. And I think that's the same attitude I have developed over time with Serenity with Essay. I have a reason for this channel, and that is to support people to build on their resilience so they can learn to live each day better than the one before. So they can learn to live a fully functional life, which is possible, by the way, because it is a continuum, not a destination. I am passionate about seeing people learning to say no to discomfort and being the best they can be, not just for their benefit, but for the benefit of the larger society. So that's part of my reason, and I'm passionate about that too. If you've watched some of my videos, you'll see that I'm really passionate about some topics, and sometimes I speak on top of my voice and I bring in a lot of energy. That is because Serenity is not just about standing in front of the camera and talking into space for people to watch, but because it is a platform to support a way of being that helps us keep well mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, what is your reason? And are you passionate about your reason? What is that thing that is laid on the inside of you, that inherent ability, that innate gift that you have been called to display on earth? What is that? And what is stopping you from exploring that? Is it fear of the unknown? Are you stopping yourself because you're dancing to the gallery of others? I like to encourage you. to tap into your resilience so you can push through discomfort and become all that you've been created to become. And you have that inner strength to do that. But if you also need a hand, I am available to help. Get in touch. Let's work together. And just to end this video, I'm going to read out part of a poem by, I'm never able to pronounce it, so I'm going to leave the link below so you can go read the whole poem for yourself. Allow your reason and your passion to coexist for a fully functional life. I know I sound like a broken record when I say that, fully functional life, and that's because I'm learning to experience that, and there is this peace that comes with that. So I'm just going to read part of the poem. Yes, it reads, for reason ruling alone is a force confining, and passion unattended is a flame that burns to its own destruction. Therefore, let your soul exalt your reason to the height of passion that it may sing. And let it direct your passion with reason, that your passion may live through its own daily resurrection, and like the phoenix rise above its own ashes. I like this other part too. And when the storm comes and the mighty wind shakes the forest, and thunder and lightning proclaim the majesty of the sky, then let your heart say in awe, God moves in passion. And since you are a breath in God's fair and a leaf in God's forest, you too should rest in reason and move in passion. So I'm going to be ending here. It's simple, it's straightforward. Explore your reason and move with passion. Live a fully functional life. Support others to live theirs too. And I'll see you soon. This is Serenity with Essay always. Take care.